Hello there everyone, Ashnflash here, and welcome on into a very special video. And I promised this video 2 years ago almost when I first got this set, and this is actually set number 7783, the Batcave, the Penguin and Mr. Freeze's Invasion. And this actually is from 2006. It has 1,071 pieces and retailed back then for $89.99 USD or $139.99 Canadian. And I had missed out on this when I was a kid. You could check out my videos. I've got two really interesting ones about this, building this, unboxing it. I'll link them both at the end. But this was a set that I have wanted for such a long time, and you guys have put me in the position that I could pay the ridiculous amount that it is worth today. They just don't make sets like this anymore, simply put. Like, this is an insane set. The size of this, the amount of minifigures, the amount of vehicles, it's just not done anymore. And it is very 2006. There are a lot of simple things that I don't think would happen in sets today. We're doing this to celebrate the 15-year anniversary of this set. Now, there's a bunch of different listings online of when this set first came out and when the first wave was launched. Some of them say June 1st, some of them say January 1st, and one of them said October 24th. So here we are. And anyways, without further ado, let's go ahead and let's take a closer look at this set. And here is the Batcave without any of the vehicles, any of the figures and all that. This is what it looks like. And honestly, I would say that I would categorize this into 4 parts. And you can't actually combine it with another set, the Batwing that did come out in 2006. It's on the same sort of base that the back parts are on. But there's 4 parts. Here we have a cannon as well as like another alternative way to go up, as well as a dock there, which we'll come back to. Then we've got the Bat computer section up there, trophy room as well, beautiful spiral staircase going on up. And then we have the prison cell, workout area, and transformation area. And then here we have the garage, I would say, with some tools to work on the different bat vehicles, as well as this little turntable here that you could put different vehicles on. So let me show you that first here. And I want to show you it with the sheer size and scale of the set first. So what you do is you put the bat vehicle here, anyone really from that, I guess, except for the Batwing. And what you do is you just turn this little dial here. You gotta move it back a little bit, otherwise it's going to hit the gray plates there. And what you do is you just turn this, and you could spin it around, and you got to do it pretty fast if you want to go different ways, but you can just kind of turn it and angle it. It's getting stuck on the stairs at the back, but you can turn it so that if you wanted to, you could actually remove this spot here, this ramp, and put it on this side. Well, you can't with this one with the gear, but you could put it here in the front so it's going out that way, and it just lets you just kind of drive your vehicles whatever way that you want, and I love the idea of this. So just to show you here what can be done, all you have to do here is just pull that out, and you can see that you just take it and place it in the front, and you've got the ramp now facing this way from the front. Just makes the whole Batcave very, very long. But while we're down here, I just want to show you, you've got 4 little lights on each of the sides, which I really like. And I love the shape there as well that is making. And of course, now we would have like different plates and things like that on top, which would prevent it from actually being that sort of shape. But it looks really, really cool nonetheless. And yeah, just you could spin it all the way around. And now you can have it so that the road is facing this way, which is kind of, I don't know, this reminds me of a play feature in the Batman one coming out in 2021. Over here towards the spiral staircase, we do have those little tools that I mentioned before, and I just wanted to show you that, as well as, again, you can customize it some more by removing it just like that. And here, you're kind of forced to attach it to this side here, specifically in the front. So that does have to stay there. But again, if you wanted to, you could have this part here meeting a different section of the turntable. More you could see, like, there's a lot of gaps there, and again, that wouldn't be done. There'd probably be a little bit more maybe vines and stuff growing, but still, again, it's just not done today. And I love this spiral staircase here in light gray and how that works and how it's stopped here at the top. And you can walk all the way up here to the Bat computer and the trophy room, which to me, like, there hasn't been a Batcave that even came close to this. Like, look at the size here of this Bat computer, the detail here, the references throughout this whole floor. You've got the Joker bomb there that does actually appear in another set. And then here you've got this information computer panel there about Two-Face or Harvey Dent, and you don't know where the base is, but what's cool is that they've inverted it, so you get a really good look at like what a Harvey Dent figure would have looked like, as well as the bad side there for Two-Face. You've got the Two-Face coin, as well as he's actually tracking Commissioner Gordon, which we never got a 2006 to 2008 era minifigure, unfortunately, but it's really interesting that he is actually, is he tracked? Yeah, the call is coming from there, from the bat signal, so that's pretty cool. Joker bomb there. The Joker card isn't in this set, but it is actually featured in the other Joker set, which you could see the figure there and the hairpiece. I don't know if it just wasn't finished back then, but no, they wound up using an old hairpiece, so not sure what's going on there. Maybe they were going to create a new one for him, but unknown base, unknown name. Really, really cool. And then just a couple of the other Easter eggs to go through here. We have a sword there, which I'd like to think is a reference to Ra's al Ghul, or Ra's al Ghul, however you say it. You've also got this rail here, which can be bent down, and you can kind of angle it different ways. But what's interesting is we do have a plate, which is actually Alfred's weapon in the Lego Batman video game, but you've got a glass and a little mug there, as well as a phone with a little alarm light, probably for Commissioner Gordon calling. And inside here, you could actually store your different batarangs. So back then, we did have the classic batarang that we still have 15 years later. Then we also had one that was kind of like in motion, and you would just kind of throw these at them, and it's just interesting. Like, it's meant to look like it's actually spinning in the air. And then you've also got handcuffs here, and I'll show you that on a goon right now. Here's a little preview, I guess, of the goon. But anyways, the handcuffs actually work the exact same way as the ones that are still used today. But the difference is that you actually just can't like have them sitting down, because of course it's just longer with the chain there, so they can only be standing. Or I guess you could also take the legs, reverse them, and have them kneeling like this. So yeah, you just put them all inside there, and you close it on up, and we've got a Batman symbol there on the top. And then in behind, we do have a dinosaur, which I think it could be a reference to it being like a lizard for Killer Croc or something like that. But I just think like it's a miniaturized version of the giant T-Rex statue that is in the Batcave. Now, I just removed this plate so that you could get a better look here, and you could see the magnifying glass actually works there, which is really, really cool. But on that 2x2 sticker there, you've actually got a bunch of like fingerprints, which is funny because the minifigures don't have fingers or hands. They've got little claws, as they joke about in the Lego movie. But then you've got name unknown, and then bottom signature. So this is the Joker, and you've got 53320 there. And then on the bottom, some signature I can't make out. Probably the signature, and that is a reference to a set number that a Lego designer created. But then in the back there, you've also got that little diamond, which I think is meant to be a reference to just Mr. Freeze and like him needing crystals to power his suit and freeze gun. And then we also have 2 bat chairs included, which you could put different minifigures there, one for each of the 2 side computers, and they just spin around 360 completely. But let me just remove them so you can get a better look at the panels and the stickers. The 2 stickers there are actually the exact same on each side, and then these are printed pieces that were very common back then. I figured we'd save the better side for last, and we'll go to the left here. So it's interesting. You can see that you can kind of just customize your Batcave in the form of like how you want to just kind of angle it. And these little walkways going across with the old staff pieces and the bats hanging from them upside down, you could just kind of customize it and angle it however you want there. That's the furthest it can go. But this is the dock side, and you've also got a little cannon there on the top. And the panels here are a little bit warped, so unfortunately it won't sit too flat, but that's okay. We do have 2 torches there on each side and the ladder going on up. And you'll notice in the back it's kind of incomplete with the stone there. You definitely could have gone a little bit higher up, but again, 2006, very simple sort of builds back then. We have a fuel up little gas canister there at the bottom in the octane colors, as well as a little mouse. But what's cool, again, is this is the dock. And included in the set are 2 boat vehicles. So you could have the little Robin jet come on through, and then also the Penguin sub there if they wanted to be friendly and welcome the Penguin. But he's going to dock there, of course. But yeah, it's pretty cute. It's right on the same height. No life preserver there, so hopefully no one falls in. But anyways, up above here, you have the cannon, and it's kind of interesting. I really think this is meant more for Alfred, since, you know, he can use, of course, the dishes and his fists, but if he wants to help out, he can hop on inside the cannon there. It's just a flat tile there, so he doesn't attach with any studs. He's loose inside, but I love that gold dish. That looks amazing. Anyways, here at the top, on the back, there's this little gear, and you rotate it here, and what it will do is it will turn the cannon. So you want to face it down, of course, because, well, you're going to shoot at the sub and everything like that. So here at the top, all you do is you hit that, and it'll launch a net. So you can catch all the penguins with that, as well as you have the very old missile launcher, which these things hurt. I would run around chasing my cousin with them, pretending, you know, like they were Nerf guns. So all you do here is you pull on back, and just listen to this hit the floor. Ready? That would hurt if you got in the eye, trust me. But yeah, it's pretty interesting. You can knock the penguin off the sub and all that, which I will attempt to do right now. All right, take one and action. First try. All right, let's try and catch some penguins here. Yay, we'll pretend. Ready? Just flop it on over. Yay, we did it! And before we move on to the other section, I just want to show you, this is actually called the bat signal in the description, but there's also this other play feature here. And I didn't have this set up because it just doesn't really work the way that it shows in the pictures. So you're supposed to attach it to there and then there. And I've tried to just kind of angle it different ways to make the rope more tight. It just won't work. So I've got to move it so that I'm not sure if like the picture that the actual rope size that they used in the product picture was a different length than the ones that you get in the set. But here what you do is you take, let's say, Robin, and you attach him there onto the little handle, and he will actually slide across there, and you kind of got to pull them across. But yeah, you've got a little zip line sort of effect there, which is really, really cool to slide on down to the garage part. So this section is really quite long and tall, so we're just going to have to take it by the different levels here. But yeah, this is what it looks like, completely turning it around here, getting a little bit tease for what is inside here. So on the front of this section, we actually have a little lock. So this actually will prevent this from opening. You got to lift it on up and out, and then you could open this gate up to get access to. This is meant to be a prison cell, but it also, I guess, doubles as like the sewer exit. So they can easily escape. Not sure why Batman would put them on inside a cell with a access tunnel in the back, but yeah, anyways, these parts here on the side, they don't angle out, but they don't angle in either, but it is a little bit able to move around there, and the torches here can move a little bit as well. And on the back, you saw before, but we've got the little sewer tunnel exit there, which is really cool. But spinning it around here, let's take a look at the top floor. Have a little chain light system there going across to light the way across, but you could also remove the weight and you give that to the Bruce Wayne minifigure and you lie him on flat and he could do some bench presses there, which is pretty cool, and you could have it angled down different ways, but yeah, you've got the little clip there to hold the weights. So what you do is you actually take Mr. Freeze or the Penguin and you put them on top there, and if you spin it around slowly, you can see on the back there's actually this piece here that you pull out and it will drop them inside to the jail cell, and just to close it on up, you just push that back in. We do actually have one more play feature here, and what you do is you actually take Bruce Wayne and you put him on inside there and you close it on up, and he quickly changes into Batman and he can jump on out. It is very tight there with the cape and I don't want to damage it, but he jumps on out and now he is ready to protect the Batcave. So here we have the Bat Jet Ski, I'd call it, and they just say a vehicle for Batman and Robin in the description. But yeah, it's pretty cool. It is very reminiscent to the vehicle, I would say, from Batman Returns. And on the front here, you have these little spinning turrets there, little miniguns, as well as a sticker there on the front of that little flag piece there. And yeah, the colors are pretty interesting, the color scheme. It is very, again, 2006 with some of the pieces being used here, like this old ski piece, as well as you can see spinning it around, you have the old flame pieces there, and you've got 4 different flames for the turbine, the afterburner, and then here you've got this piece which can be lifted up And trust me, as someone who played a lot with the classic 2006 sets, the capes will get damaged as you continually pull them and put them inside the different bat vehicles. So I've removed it there. But on the inside, you just have a little dial there, which is still used to this day. And this closes on up. Actually, that piece just recently got updated. What am I saying? And here we have what is just called Robin's vehicle in the set description. But in the Lego Batman video game, they call it Robin's watercraft. And it's really cool. You've got the little Robin logo there in the front, as well as a little blaster there to shoot at the Penguin sub. And just the color scheme, it is very, very perfect for the Robin included. And you can take Robin and just put him on top there. And you're meant to have him like drive with that little stick there, but can't really do that with the limitations of a Lego minifigure. And here is the little Penguin sub, and I always loved this, and there was a McDonald's toy of this, and I never had this set, so it's very special to me. But anyways, here it's really cute. You have the little periscope there coming out of the top. You can see that the whole shape of it is a penguin. It looks great. I love the little flippers there, as well as the stickers here for the porthole and the U98, and then on the other side, exact same thing. And again, like the little feet here, it's really adorable how they can be angled up, and you can spin the back turbine there to go through the water. And yeah, really cute. And it's meant to have like little missiles in the front. They don't launch. Didn't really happen back then, but you can of course take the Penguin and put him on the top there, which you saw before. But to get access to the inside, all you do is you grab the sides, and again, really interesting. Normally it'd be like the top pops off, but it opens up from the side there. And you can see the inside here of the little vehicle. You've got a couple of different dials and mechanisms on the inside, as well as the spot to look through the periscope. But, of course, it is a submarine. So you are able to take the Penguin, have him pilot, and do you drive a submarine? Anyways, you can do that and close it on up, and he fits perfectly inside. You wouldn't even know he's in there. So here is the black suit of the 2006 Batman. And when people ask me what my favorite minifigure is, it's this one. Without this figure and this suit specifically that came in the Two-Face chase, the channel wouldn't be here. And it is just really iconic to me and just so nostalgic as well. Like, I really love the gold. It looks incredible. And the cowl as well. Like, it's such a different cowl to the one that we get today. But removing the cowl there, you could see underneath, he did have the white band back then, as well as the eyes underneath, and just the generic sort of, just generic expression. And here on the back, you will not need to see this for anyone here in the rest of the video. There is no back printing back then in 2006. Very rare. And let's show his alter ego, Bruce Wayne, here. And this figure is actually exclusive to this set, but the parts aren't. So it's not worth too much. But the suit printing there, it looks great, as well as the little smirk there. I think it looks like the same sort of face that they used for Batman under the cowl. And the hair there, the old classic generic minifigure hair there. Again, no back printing. And here is the 2006 Robin. And the reason I say 2006 is because he actually did come in another set that I unfortunately also didn't have at the time. And this hair, though, and this figure is technically exclusive to this set. I really love the torso printing there, as well as the face printing and that hair I always wanted. And spinning it around here on the back, I love the bright yellow cape. But here is Alfred, and I believe he is the most expensive minifigure probably across the board out of all the Lego Batman characters, but specifically from this set, because he didn't appear in any other sets, and he wouldn't appear in a Lego set until, I believe, the classic Batcave from 1966. So that's a really huge gap, and we never really got one like this. They would do different interpretations and iterations of this with the same sort of suit and outfit with the bald piece and things like that in different video games and movies, but never got him again. And it's incredible here. I really love the figure, and you could see that the eyes, they just don't do eyes the way that they did back then in 2006, but really love the torso and the hair as well. Like, again, they don't do that. Look at that side head printing, and on the top as well. You can kind of see there that it's all going around on the top there also. So they really need to bring that back. I'm not sure why they stopped doing full printing, like eye patches and all these other things need that, I think. And we need to go in order of the set name. So we have the Penguin here, and again, it did appear in another set, in his own set, and he comes with the small goon gun, which is a different version than the ones that still come in sets today. And then you've also got this little umbrella here, and you could see that it's just fully black. No umbrella piece existed back then, and he also has a amazing printing there on the torso and the head, and I love the classic hat there as well. And with the penguin came 3 little penguin builds, and you could see just spinning these 2 around here because I've only got spot for the 2 very simplistic sort of builds that are still really used to this day, but they've also got these little revolvers there. So these are, maybe they're being mind controlled, maybe they're robotic ones, who's to say. And here we have Mr. Freeze, and he actually did appear in one of the cheapest sets for the theme, but the tube piece there and this design for his freeze gun was exclusive to this set, and I always wanted that, and I really love the white tube. It looks great, and of course it's used in the video game, but removing this classic dome piece there, you can get a better look there. It also magnifies his face a little bit, but you could see his printing there on the face. Really, really great. And on the back, he's got these 2 little tubes there, these cylinder pieces attached to the back there of this classic space neck attachment. And don't worry, there's no printing underneath the torso. It's actually the exact same torso being used here for the Mr. Freeze goon. And if you ever wondered where the phrase like the goon gun came for before that I mentioned, like for this piece here, it's because the goons typically in the Batman sets were the ones that were carrying them. And this face was used for all the other goons across the different sets, but the torso there would change out. So for Mr. Freeze, it is blue here. And he also comes with a Tommy gun there. And it is a little bit different, again, than the ones we have today. And he comes with a little beanie. And spinning it around, nothing going on there. And the very last thing that I have to show you here is another sort of play feature, and something that I always wanted before as well. And this is a little ice prison thing that Mr. Freeze, of course, can freeze different people in, but specifically they wind up freezing, I believe in the comic it was Alfred, or maybe it's one of the comics from a Lego Club magazine, and Alfred is frozen on inside there, encased in ice, which just looks really, really awesome. But there you have it, everyone. That is my review of the 2006 Batcave, as promised. It was 2 years later after I said that, but 15 years of this theme, and it's crazy the different Batcave iterations that we've gotten over the years, and I look forward to all the future ones. And I'm really bummed out that Lego hasn't done anything to celebrate the 15 years of this. They do it for other themes, and there was less of a gap for Batman than there was for Harry Potter, which they just celebrated 20 years for, so it's just kind of frustrating. But anyways, everyone, I'd love to hear your thoughts. Thank you so much again for putting me in this position to buy this set. So check out those other 2 videos if you'd like about the Batcave. I really recommend them. But I hope you guys did enjoy the video, and I hope you all have a great day. I will see you all in the next one.